Yo, what's going on, guys? Hanging Hunt Outdoors here. My name is Dimitri, and in today's video we're going to be going over how to shoot this guy. So this right here is a hinge or back tension release. This right here is actually called the hinge. It's the Ultra View hinge, the first one. They just made a second one with the whole like little magnetic thing that solves one of the issues that I went over. If you guys want to see what this little doohickey that I got on here is, make sure you check it out. If you have one of these and you're tired of all the noise, make sure you check that video out. It'll be linked in the corner over here. So this video is going to cover all types of hinge style releases, no matter what the make, model, it doesn't matter. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Alright guys, so for starters now, what we're going to do is we are going to get a shot trainer set up on my bow. Now you can use any shot trainer if you guys have like one that's attached to a stick that you just have set to your perfect draw length. I'm going to use this right here. This is a prototype that I have made. I made a video about this a little while ago. But basically it's an adjustable shot trainer that you put on your actual bow. That way it's, a lot of shot trainers, it's just like a grip and a string. Well, that does a lot of things, but it's not your actual like bow. It's not the actual grip of your bow. There's different angles, there's different axle to axles, there's different everything. So this pretty much just attaches to your bow, and it makes it so that it's an exact one-to-one replica of what your bow would actually be like at full draw, and that's what you practice with. That's why I created this. This just goes on each cam of your bow, and I'm gonna get that set up right now, and then we'll go ahead and go through the motions on how to shoot the hinge. Alright guys, so as you can see here, this shot trainer just attaches to your cams, and it makes it so that it's an exact replica of your axle to axle length, and it'll give you the same string angle and everything. So as you can see here, I already kind of have it set up to my draw length just for me using it in the past. But now what we're going to do is we're going to get our hinge. We're going to make sure that it's closed. We're going to get it hooked around the string. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw it back just like we would if we were drawing our string back. Now as you can see here, the way that I have this is I have my thumb around the front of the little thumb pad here. Some releases may vary, it may be a peg or whatever. And then my index finger is pulled super tight, and there's almost no tension on these two fingers right here. Now, obviously this is going to vary whether or not you have a 3-finger or 4-finger. Some releases come in a 2-finger. It really all depends, but all you need to know is that the majority of the tension is going to be on your index finger and on your thumb, just like so. Then what we're going to do is as we get to our anchor, we're going to slowly start to rotate the release. Some people like to rotate it to get to the click before they get to their anchor. I personally don't like to do that. I like to get to my anchor and then I like to rotate the release. Now, one of the main reasons why I do it this way is because you can prematurely set off the release when you don't want to. Now obviously that's bad news. Arrow can go flying into a place you don't want it to. Now, one of the key ways to get the release to rotate is to just, since this is a 3-finger, it's obviously easier. When I'm back, all I do is close my pinky. And if you notice, when I move my pinky, these fingers naturally just start to follow it. Now what I want you to do at home, if you're watching this video, it's actually pretty funny. Try to keep these 3 fingers straight out and bend your pinky. Try to keep them straight out, bend your pinky. It doesn't matter how hard you try, this finger is always going to follow it. That's one of the main things that helps me get to my click faster and accurately. I just squeeze my pinky, and then this one has no choice but to follow along. It's just natural, it just happens. So once I do that, I get set up here, get to my anchor, rotate my pinky, get my thumb off, rotate my pinky. Now I'm at my click. Now we had a subscriber of the channel comment on a video asking how to shoot one of these, saying that I should make a video on one. So he's the whole inspiration around this. I'll link your name over here somewhere. So thank you for that. He had a problem with, he could pull and pull and pull for days and the release wouldn't go off. And when I first started shooting this thing, I experienced the same thing. I was super inconsistent with it. So setting it back up again, the tension is on my index finger and on my thumb. Pull back, get into my anchor, like so. Then I'll rotate my pinky, get clicked, and then from here I'll squeeze my shoulder blades together and pull back with my tricep just a little bit while I keep my pinky and my ring finger solid. So the main thing is to relax your fingers, keep your pointer finger and your index finger nice and relaxed on there. You don't want to be like super gripped up on it, because doing that, you're not allowing that release to rotate when you pull. And then what you're going to want to do is just think about while you're pulling back with your shoulder blades and your tricep, because you want to kind of break like that and explode outwards and down. While you're thinking about pulling, you also want to keep and make sure that your finger is staying solid. If you can pull your pinky finger back, and you can hold it right there, I don't know if you can see that, but you see that natural rotation by me doing that? That's what sets off the release. So now I'm just going to step a couple of feet up in front of the camera. I'm going to take a couple of shots. I have my target back there, and then I have a camera set up right in front of the target. So we'll get a couple target shots, and I'll show you how effective it is to shoot the release this way. Alright guys, so I just set the camera up over there, got my bow in hand. I'll go ahead and flash the camera view so you guys can see what kind of angle we're working with. And now we step back if I step right here so you guys can see everything. We are at 34-35 yards depending on how I ping it. Alright guys, so I can't make this up. I have a 3D shoot this Sunday, and something funky just happened to my bow. I've been shooting it over and over and over again, everything's been fine, and look at what just happened to it. Guys, it's like I turned the camera on, and all of a sudden the bad luck just begins. My hamski string, my spring, just exploded during that shot. Tell me you have bad luck without actually telling me that you have bad luck. Alright guys, so unfortunately I can only show you one shot because of this little incident that I am faced with. So my bow decided to pull an April Fool's joke on me. It is currently April 1st, so I mean that kind of makes sense now that I think about it in the grand scheme of things. It really sums up why that just happened. So yeah, I'm currently in a position where I need to go order the little rebound dampening things instead of the spring, because that's why they came out with it in the first place, because the springs tend to break and stretch out. So yeah, I'm gonna go order one of those. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is how, sorry, lost track of what this video was even about after that. That is how you shoot a hinge. If you guys enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them. And if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing and help your boy, because through a series of unfortunate events, I can't shoot my bow right now. So help your boy out if you could hit us with a sub. And yeah, peace guys.